Hello, how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Morning Gardener, and what I want to tell you is that I've seen a lot of things changing today. I just got back from the grocery store and also pick up some glasses. What do you think, huh? What do you think? Thank you. But what's going on here is I've seen a lot of people doing a panic buying, uh, is what I want to call it, because when I got to the grocery store, the grocery store opens at 9 o'clock. I got there like eight, let's say 8:30. There were people surrounded around the door, and their parking lots were partially full. And I just looked at it and said, "Oh my goodness, this is interesting." They are buying anything and everything. And one young lady said to me on the way into the store, she said that she is shocked that so many people are hoarding items like toilet paper. And she asked me a question. She said, "What are they going to do with all that toilet paper?" And I said to her, "Well, I said they're hoarding. They're hoarding, thinking that they will never ever get a chance to get toilet paper again in life." That's what it seems like to me. Also, I heard on the news that they are moving. They're moving so quick to hand out checks from the federal government, and that's going to be interesting. The federal government hand out checks. Be careful. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Is all I got to say. Um, but now I'm seeing when I walk through the gardening section at the stores that I normally go through, they are sold out of everything. All the seeds, all the plant, the chairs and that are being sold. They're buying everything up. They're buying pepper plants, watermelon plants, tomato plants. They're buying everything that they normally would see not move that fast. And it's already moving. It's not even summer yet or spring in my location. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it was really interesting. People are buying, which I think is a good thing if they get back to the basics and start to, uh, grow some of their own foods. That's the only normal thing I can see coming out of this, is that people may actually get back to basics and say, we need to have our own food supply on or around our property. And so that's what I'm getting from this. So that being said, um, I am hoping that people will sell the food they grow, will grow more food than they normally would, and those that have never grown before actually get into it by just picking up a few books and tapes on how to grow a garden, how to care for plants, and that will in turn make the situation better because people become more independent. And if you have any comments after this uh, small amount of time that I'm speaking on the air, you can leave it. You can just leave a comment, and I will get back to you. Oh, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you very much. But I want to just let you know that we are going to come out of this. Not all of us, but we all will come out of this, and we all will be better people. I think that I mean, really, because I mean, I'm looking at it, and some of the signs are looking good. Um, it's not as terrifying when people learn more about what's actually taking place. I want to know also from you that you've grown something, that you put something in the ground. Last night, I went absolutely crazy and put in a lot of herbs earlier. I'm supposed to wait till maybe 2 more weeks from now, but I went ahead and did it, and I got them in a area where they're 70 degrees in that area. Um, they are they growing in some beautiful medium soil. For those who don't know what medium is, um, and it's just beautiful. My plants are getting pampered, and that's the name of the game. You pamper these plants. I like my new glasses. Um, they're getting pampered, cared for, um, and it's really showing because they're dark, rich green, and and I can't wait. I can't wait. Now, once they go into the ground, they will be pampered there as well. I have I have absolutely no doubt that I will be on top of them. It's not just the fact that you plant them well, but you have to absolutely keep that care up. Now, I plan on once I put the oh good morning, good morning. I just looked at two of your videos with the preservatives, and I kept wanting to ask where do you get the preservative jars from? Because I know I have a store that sells them, which is Walmart. And people keep telling me buy something called mason jars, but I am doing really great. I got to tell you, food follows permaculture. I did a lot of uh, they call what they call them things herbs. I did a lot yet last night. I started everything in like a 3-inch pot and had yes mason jar. Okay, thank you. Awesome. Okay. Um, and and what I did was I planted all these herbs. Now, what I'm trying to do, I'm doing a two-part thing here when I'm planting my garden this year. Priority is saving seeds. Priority. Um, the plants such as spinach will absolutely be they will be saved the seeds. Now there's one seed called a noble spinach. It's supposed to be a really big leaf spinach, and I'm kind of excited about that. Um, and also I grew something, and I want to see if you're familiar with it. It's called Russian cabbage. Now I bought a Russian cabbage. Let's see what we got. The type of canning I call it hot pickle. No, pressure cooker. See there, you need to put that on the air because I did not know that. I did not know that. This type of canning is called hot. Okay, let's see. Is Russian cabbage? Yes, Russian cabbage is great. But now what I'm trying to see, I had a pack, and I can't remember. It's been so it's been quite a bit of time has passed. Um, it says Russian cabbage on the pack, but is it Russian giant cabbage? I don't know. So I went ahead and bought another one that actually said in the ad it said Russian giant cabbage. So I was wondering. I think the reason why I bought the first pack in the beginning was that it was giant Russian cabbage because I wouldn't have bought just regular Russian cabbage, but I wasn't sure. So to avoid a mistake, I just ordered another one. Oh, okay, okay, thank you. You're just a wealth of knowledge of food forest permaculture. Wealth of knowledge. But I just want to let everybody know that even though I didn't get my show on the air today on time, I hit everyone up and I said I will be on later on. So this is later on. But I want to everything is growing great. I'm using for fertilizing my seedlings, I'm using something called fish emulsion. Has anyone ever used that to fertilize their seedlings? If so, what are their thoughts? Do you think that Miracle Grow is better? Do you think that Miracle Grow will stimulate more growth, or will it be a nightmare? I know that I don't. I have my opinion about Miracle Grow. I'll just say that. Thank you. Oh, no problem at all. Just the truth. Okay, fish is best. Okay, you like fish. Okay. Now, I've been doing a foliar spray of the fish emulsion on the plants. and found that that works. But I wonder if I just fed from underneath, would that be better? Because the fish emulsion tends to, uh, collect on the leaves a bit. And I think, well, there's not a lot that's collecting on the leaves, but just some that where I could notice that it's there. It's definitely there. I organic is foliar is often organic. Oh, okay, I got you. Thank you. Hey, and let me ask you something, food forward. Would you, um, uh, do you feel confident in making your own fertilizers? I mean, as far as like if you use grass and say cow manure, what are your thoughts on that? Because I think that that's more the route I want to go this year. Is use a completely natural fertilizers made right there on the property. And the reason why, for me, I know that if I do the chop and drop anyway, that's a given. And a lot of the biomass is still laying on top of the soil from last year. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, why isn't this gone yet? Years ago, but at any rate, it's all brown, but it's just sitting there, and some of it's leaving slowly. But I'm thinking that it slowed down the biology in the soil because it was winter. Um, but I want to make certain that I'm doing everything correctly. So I'm kind of double checking all my facts. I had everything going good. I have everything going good, and I'm gonna make a big batch of fertilizer from grass clippings. But I want to add some other things in there with the grass clippings. Like I want to add cow manure in there, and another additives I want to add. I just want to add, make sure that because sometimes if you make a compost and you say I'm gonna put leaves in here and the grass clippings, but your compost is basically kind of neutral because you left it outside and the rain washed through it and for months, and now it's broken down to almost looks like soil. It doesn't look like any anything you can recognize in the yes. Keep an eye out for weed killer. Okay, right. Because the only grass that I'm using is on my property, and I never ever spray it. I said, when biomass comes from, like number folks, you make compost, you fertilizer, you will all. Yeah, because that's the thing about it. How fertile, or is just using grass clippings? Is it? Can you grow decent tomatoes and watermelon and cantaloupe from just grass clipping tea? Is my take on this. And my understanding is grass clippings are high in nitrogen. So I'm thinking about would I grow a whole bunch of uh, plant and no fruit? It's just interesting. I ran into a gentleman at work yesterday, and he said to me that when he was younger and he was growing his garden, that he had a secret weapon, and he said it was inside of one of their, um, uh, um, I think, for lack of a better word, bonds. That there were a number of bats that hung out in that bond, and below them was a lot of bat guano. And he said it really grew things really well. Has anyone ever used bat guano? If so, what do you think of it, or is it just fertilizer? There's nothing really great about it. It's just fertilizer. Oh, okay, okay. You would add rabbit poo to it. Um, Now, if I don't have rabbit poo, I can substitute that with cow manure. Correct? Because I definitely want to have a very good mix. Bat poo is awesome. Okay, I am starting away from. Okay. I'm steering away from it now as coronavirus. Oh, okay, okay. And see, now I'm not going to go into all of this, but I'm going to say this. Now, what you wrote here is what it's caused from. And someone was sent me a tape, and he was saying that it was caused from the government, and that these 20 generals got together and they decided to poison the world, basically, and that would allow for them to take over and run the economy into the ground, and then they would take over. It was just interesting. And when I listened to it, um, I kept asking myself, why is he backing this up with? Who are the name of the generals? When did it start? Um, uh, you know, how can you prove what you're saying? You just can't make uh, these things up and then say, well, I don't have anything to back it, or I don't, you know, I can't prove anything. How can you prove what you're talking about? And so that's just was my take on it. But food forward permaculture, I'm going to be keeping an eye out on your shows because I have seen you um, grow some incredible uh, things on your property, and a lot of it. So we have. If it wasn't for people like yourself and myself as well, there are a lot of them that are keeping all of their gardening tips and tricks, keeping them completely secret. They're not saying anything to anyone. They'll show you a head of lettuce that weighs 30 pounds, but they really won't tell you how they grew it. And I made a video yesterday, a live stream actually. Oh, okay, okay, thank you for that. And then I heard something today, which was interesting, is that the president of the United States, and I'm going to research this, has the authority to postpone an election, which would automatically reelect him for another 4 years. So that is going to be interesting to research. Okay, he does have the authority. Okay, but I would okay. So that means that I know what you're saying. That he could say, okay, we're going to do this, and I'm thinking that if a person were to do that, would I mean I understand people try to fight him on it, but do they have authority to say, No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. We're not going to do that. And here's why. Okay, I'm just looking at reading some of the stuff that is here because you seem to be the only one that's chiming in. All the rest of them is held up in what we call just there. They're just there watching, or they answer, but they put the phone down or something. Let's see what we got here. Yes, it does. Let's see. Equals to looking on Earth. We are having 24 hours of stream. We are having a panel. How and why Earth means you have a healthy Earth. Only will be bad people, and that's a bad hello. Okay, very good. Food for permaculture. I'm just looking at what's going to be the benefit of. I'm just thinking in my mind how much food we're going to generate this year. I'm completely excited. So I will be on top of that, so to speak. I will be on top of it. I have my key is to put these plants in the best possible environment to grow. That's my key. The best possible environment to grow. And that being said, um, uh, the 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 soil, the key, the very key is the soil. Oh, okay. Your body will make antibodies. That's interesting. All right, that's interesting. I see. Lock your doors. Stay away from people who are sick. That are sick. Eat food from your gardens. This will with soil on it, so you can ingest microbes and in the soil. And you okay? All right. Feed the soil, and it will feed your plants. Absolutely. Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Beautiful soil. So my whole thing, this whole month is going to be studying any and everything I can about soil. I know some things about soil, but I want to find out a bit more. That's all. I'm always trying to learn. Let's say grow as much as you can this year, as if folks are sick who will transmit the food home will grow food. Okay, okay. Thank you, Food Farmers Permaculture. Grow as much food as you can this year, as if folks are sick who will transport your food and who will grow food. And I want to also say something else on that same topic, Mr. Food Farmers Permaculture. I happen to catch you. So you are right. Food. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, but you said yourself. You said I've seen you actually fishing, and I think that should be brought up as well to add to your arsenal. That should be added there because fishing. Uh, I used to do it years ago, a lot of it, and I would bring home duffel bags, mid-sized duffel bags full of fish, uh, rockfish, uh, pumpkin seed, white perch. I used to bring those fish home, right from the bank, and I could load up on them, and uh, and I would stick them in the refrigerator. And we had two refrigerators in the house, and we used to fill up the ice box in both of them. And one night I went out and caught a rockfish that was 27 and a half inches long, and could not get them in the refrigerator, but I mean in the freezer. So I had to cut them all up and everything. I was just thinking, um, is that all the food that I have had come in, and it was really nice. It was really nice. I mean, fish was galore. I mean, and I ordered some fish hooks this year, um, and they haven't come in the mail yet. I mean, whoever sent these, I think they came from China, and they are held up, folks. We're talking about me getting them in May, and so I'm gonna have to make another arrangement to um, to do better. For the hooks I need. I need that 130. Was it 136 ounce jig heads? I think it's what it is. Uh, Great, and we eat so and I don't know some natural eating. So I mean, wait a minute now. When you say that, okay, here's what I'm getting at from this. You're not talking about eating I mean, of any. Well, I know you're talking about any soil. You could just take a little bit of dirt on your plant. You're not saying take a spoonful of this dirt and try to ingest it, um, because I mean, it's up to your community. Eat some dirt. Oh, you said eat some dirt. Don't be trying to take spoonfuls of it. But dirt carries a great deal of bacteria and all kinds of forms of life. Now, here's this gentleman here. Hello, how you doing? Family Garden, Supreme Family Garden. I go and check out his show sometime. Some of you already know about him because he's legendary on these channels. I like to go there because he and his wife will be out on the property and they will answer questions and they will actually let you have a part in the broadcast. Because they'll ask the questions and honest as he can. And if you don't have the answer for you, he'll tell you, "I'll get back to you," and we'll talk about that further. And that's a good deal. Um, but I want to say this to you folks. The thing I'm looking at is grow, grow, grow as much as you can. Don't and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid if you don't know something. God asked somebody if you don't know. Don't say I'm a gardener and I know it, and just don't do that. Don't do that. I've seen people do that. Yes, the best. Yes. Hello, Supreme. Okay, there we go. Supreme get much love when he comes into the room because people know who he is. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I did all my trees when they budded, when the bud started swelling. I said, okay, I'm going to see what's going on with this swelling and get the fertilizer as soon as I can. I couldn't get it in as soon as I could. So some of them are actually open. Some of the blossoms open. Maybe per tree might have been four, maybe three. But I went ahead and fertilized the trees, all of them, and uh, so that was done. And the trees look incredible, absolutely incredible. You have a lot of. Yes, yes, you're right about that food, folks. You're right. Oh my goodness. And I get people on here, and I love everybody to come to the channel, but it's okay to chime in and say even hello, good evening. Um, I like what you're saying, or I don't like what you're saying, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm a kind of person I can accept anyone's opinion. I can accept that. Now, food for the permaculture. Uh, Using urea in your garden. What are your thoughts? What are your take on it? Using urea in your garden. Is it too expensive? Should you buy it? Where can you buy it? I hate to throw all that at you at one, all three of them at you at one time. But I go to the stores. I never see urea in places like Walmart and Lowe's and Home Depot. I never see it. Never, ever, ever see it. It's not there. You have a lot. Okay, much love and respect. See, Earthlings need a coffee. Be right back. Okay, okay. You know, take care of yourself. Urine is awesome. Urea is awesome. Excuse me, I said urine. Let's see. Urea is easy, available, and great for the soil. Okay, I like that. People know about that urea. People know about that urea. They know about it. I am here, folks. I got work tonight, but I'm here for now. It really looks good, folks. All of you are chiming in. It's like 10 people here. We got Supreme Family Garden. He was here. Was here? I think he's gone now. I think he's gone now. But we also have Mr. Price and Food Forest Permaculture. We to get some of those coffee beans. But everything looks good. I'm enjoying this early day. I stopped at Subway and always get the same stuff, exact same stuff, same fixings, everything. But this time today, I said, give me flatbread, give me some kind of chicken they got in there. It's a sweet and sour chicken or something like that. And I got that and a provolone cheese, which I never get that. And I said, give me onion sweet on there, some lettuce, and some banana peppers and some black olives. You like that? You just got too far away from the land, and absolutely got too far away from the land. But when I go to the store and I see uh, the number of uh, items that were in the garden department that are gone, and they rifle through all the seeds are gone. I mean, if you go there and you try to look for any of the 50-cent seeds and all that, they're gone. Now, I don't know what the dollar store looks like. I didn't go into the dollar store. But these items are gone. Now, that means to me that people are getting desperate. And they're saying, if I have to grow something, I'll have the ability to do that. Well, that's true. But people like yourselves, Mr. Price, Food Forest Permaculture, and the rest of you that are out there that are professional or very knowledgeable gardeners, you know what it takes to produce this food. You just can't always stick a seed in the ground and say that's it. You got to know what you're doing. It takes some knowledge. And that's all. And then the rest is all, you know, you will be okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. People just too far away from this. I said, much love. Okay, let's see what we got here. Love, love. And he said, let some dirt be on your food when you're eating it. Interesting. Always interesting with I mean, food follows permaculture, give you something to think about. What do you want to? I said, okay, all right. Uh, and I'm on here actually right now, and I'm just having to go through. Oh, it's a blooming showed a lot of okay. When the experience how to be a farmer. Yes, yes, a lot of ignorance. But I will say this: I am so happy to have a garden, and my trees look great. I fed them. I fed them really well, and they look good. They look really good. So once the blooms hit, that is the when I went out and fed the trees, and then on will come the fruit. Um, and once you get the fruit, then you got something else going to take place, which will be that big thing, which is come on, folks, we know it. I mean, you're growing your own food. But I would like to get that peach tree together, which is a situation where I can get the trees set up so that they can get a lot of sun to them because I have a tree that's overhanging, and I want to get the branches cut back on that so that I can, uh, get that situation under control. All right, good people. This morning, God, the show. It's been fun. It's been a lot of learning things we learned, and we're going to keep on doing what we're doing. So remember, stay in touch, stay up to par and information. Keep the channels open because I want to see some of you other guys put a garden show on. Put a garden show on live stream, and I'll check it out. Everybody check it out. All right, this is the Morning Garden. Take care and remember, make sure that you keep on growing.